Good morning and welcome to Arsenal Domination. Well, it all happened yesterday, didn't it? Do check out my videos yesterday on Thomas Partey's departure, on Kepa signing a new contract, and my thoughts on the left wing position. You can find them on the channel. But this morning I want to talk about Miles Lewis-Skelly and his future. So Thomas Partey's departure leaves a bit of a hole in midfield, which Arsenal look like they are going to fill with Christian Norgard. But Zinchenko is also rumoured with a departure. And I think if he goes, he would have covered midfield probably more than left back, because I think Arsenal would be looking into bringing another defender, Gerald Hatto being linked, but others sort of being linked as well. Before that, it was Dean Huijsen. So clearly, Arsenal was sort of thinking about a defender to replace any departure in that area, whether that be Zinchenko or Kivior. But if he goes, as I say, I thought Zinchenko was going to be a man that might get some midfield minutes next year, but obviously that won't be an option. Fulham, AC Milan, wherever he goes, it's clear that it looks like his time at Arsenal is over. Does that mean that Miles Lewis-Skelly's future isn't in doubt, but the position he plays in is? Arsenal undoubtedly start with Zubimendi and Rice in midfield, and Miles Lewis-Skelly is the starting left back. Let's assume that Norgard comes in. He and Mikel Moreno, presumably the backup midfielders to the starting two I mentioned. But could we see Miles Lewis-Skelly move there? Because if Gerald Hatto comes in, for instance, he's going to want some minutes. Calafiori is going to want some minutes. Arsenal will need to spread that around. And does that mean that Miles Lewis-Skelly, who I think should be our starting choice left back, gets midfield minutes? I think it could. But I do think that for the time being, Miles Lewis-Skelly's future at Arsenal should be at a left back. He was excellent last season at left back. He was our starting left back and has become England's arguably starting left back too. He basically plays in midfield anyway when he plays that position because of the way Arsenal play. We look to invert him and get him far forward, which, as I've said before, can leave our left backs looking exposed, which can make them look worse than they actually are in terms of ability. So he's pretty much playing midfield from that left back role, but he's shown that he can defend. And I think it would be a mistake on Arsenal's part if they were to move him into that midfield at this moment in time. They clearly earmarked him for the left back role. They moved him into that sort of position for the under 23s before moving him to the first team. And as I say, I think he's been a big success there. I'm not opposed to him playing midfield, and if he gets a few minutes there, I'm absolutely fine with that. If that sort of allows other players to get some minutes and it doesn't impact Arsenal's result. But for me, Miles Lewis-Skelly's immediate future in the next year or two, certainly, and maybe in the future it'll be in midfield, but it should be, for the time being, at left back.